it's Saturday, very early in the morning. Very early for all three of us, but earlier as you go around the circle. And we are here for some face-off sprints. I hope everyone is having a lovely face-off, whether you are working your way around the game board, whether you are using this to catch up on legs or do the actual leg that we are currently in, because we are still on our way to the wall for some of us. Everybody's kind of in different places. Let us know what you're working on and what it's for as well. If you don't know what Amazing Readathon is and you want to, the information is down below. So you can go check that out in the description box during the first sprint and see what all the fuss is about. It's not too late to join us. I have been infiltrated by the lore keepers today again. Saturday morning is just me with the lore keepers. That's what Saturday mornings are now. And I'm not mad at it, but I need some illusionists in the chat to balance out this lore keeper panel today. Katie, what are you up to?
I was kind of hoping I'd go last, but
well, you can go last. I can go to Leandra.
No, it's too late now. We're in it.
I was just gonna do, the StreamYard loop. Leandra's like,
Leandra had to go.
I'm out.
I was like, I'm gone. No, I can't talk.
She had to get her coffee, remember? Okay, so I'm all over the place. I had to get a ton of work done yesterday. So I have to read a bunch today because Cassidy, I can't let her down. She would, I have to keep her on her toes. So I started Sawyer this morning, which is a cowboy romance, and it's a series I enjoy. So have high hopes for that. I want to start this vlog that I've been putting off because it's going to take so long. It's not even a vlog necessarily, but like I'm going to go through my shelves. I need to clean them. I need to reorganize. I need to unhaul, and I need to get an updated stats on my shelves. Which means I need to pick a new audiobook. So my YouTube, because like my audiobook right now is The Night and the Moth. I can't do that and multitask. So I need a new audio for today. So I'm going to put up a poll, and that's what I'm doing.
Oh, nice. I love a poll.
Yeah.
I love when other people can make my decisions for me because it's hard.
It depends because I'm such a mood reader, though, that sometimes they pick it. And I'm like, why would you pick that one? And it's like, Katie, you gave them that option. I'm like, I know, but I didn't think they picked that.
It's like when you flip a coin and you get the one you don't want. And that's instantly when you know what you actually wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reverse psychology on yourself.
Absolutely.
I am working. So I've decided to kind of like you guys being like, okay, I actually need to get to the wall because I'm still not there yet. And so I've decided this morning to do that first and then jump back into face-off stuff. But I'll be reading The Road to Roswell. It is chilling because space is cold. Talk to the scientists. Don't ask me why. But yeah, I think I have 3 hours left on audio, and then I'll be at the wall. And then I can jump back into face-off, seeing whatever I need to do.
Nice. That sounds like a great plan. I hit the wall yesterday, so that's nice. So I'm just focusing on face-off reads today, but I also have some admin that I have to do throughout the morning. So I'm going to be kind of dipping in and out. But my current face-off read, Leandra, I'm reading Cat Plus Gamer Volume 5.
Yes! I'm so happy for you.
And this is my second one because I read Volume 4 already today. And I'm now diving right into Volume 5 because why wouldn't you when it's cute cats? Okay.
Oh, look at them. They're looking into your soul. They're so cute.
Honestly, if you haven't read Volume 4 of this yet, Volume 4 is officially my favorite volume. Of Cat Plus Gamer. I am obsessed with Volume 4. And I'm so glad I had 5 to go right into.
Jump back in.
So I'm already
I think Volume 6, I can't remember which volume I'm at. I think I'm on Volume 6, whatever one I just most recently read. She starts to work remotely. And so she's with the cats at work. She's trying to work in her apartment and the cats. And I'm like, oh, it's so good. Yeah.
What a dream. I've only read Volume 1, but Coda very nicely sent me up to 5 for my birthday.
Oh my gosh.
I know. So now I get to now I'm just waiting for the perfect time. And I know this week would be the perfect time. I'm overbooked. So
too many books. Honestly, totally agree.
Too much. There's too much.
And also something, listen, I'm a very competitive person, but I'm really trying to actually slow down my reading because while I want to be all about the numbers and all about winning, I want to enjoy the books I'm reading. I don't want to get burned out. And like, I feel like when I fly through things, I enjoy them less and I retain less information. So that it's not what works for me. Other people,
Absolutely.
you do it. But for me, I got to slow down.
No,
Yeah,
I mean, get that.
If you remember, like, so this compared to past years for Face Off, I feel like even Bree's doing us a favor with the game board. We're doing it at our own pace. Whereas, like, we were talking about it yesterday for those who are veterans who were last year. I was like, the way it was set up last year was so fun, but I was like, it was encouraging us to freaking read our lives out. And then we were just completely burned out because we were trying to collect all those items in the airport, and it was insanity.
Those items.
Those items.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, I could have them scarred from it in the best way.
We were all like, God, which one do we go for? Do we have time to go for a hard? Do we have, it was, this is much easier. Plus, honestly, I just love a game board. Like anytime you can give me a game board, I am thrilled.
Brings us back to our childhood. We don't play enough game boards as adults, I don't think.
I agree. So like, I love that it has no like start or finish. It's all just good fun.
Yes.
Okay. Should we start saying hi to everybody in the comments? Because there's a lot.
I totally forgot we hadn't even started. No.
Okay. Yeah, we have an audience. What?
I know. There's like hundreds of people here, but hi Jen, Willow, Alex, YouTube. You know, sometimes it doesn't tell you the things either. So I'm glad you found us. Got a stack of banned queer graphic novels. We love to see it. And going to focus a bit on sightseeing. Hi, Brittany. Finishing off my book for the Shire and then on to my next book for Face Off. Spy Family. We support this choice here. We love Spy Family. Delicious in the Dungeon. I have to finish my Shire book. I may have sprinted through the first part of Tar and now it's going to catch up with me. That's the thing is you got to pace yourself. It's really easy to go all out. But also if you're feeling a little burned out, don't feel bad for taking a break. Take a day, take an afternoon even, do a self-care activity and then kind of ease back in. It's okay. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. And it's okay to take the time you need if you need it.
Especially if you're an illusionist. Take all the time you need.
See, well, yes, I don't want my illusionists to burn out. Yeah. So I do want them also to be happy little people. But just read too, illusion.
Yeah. Take breaks and then read.
Yes, take breaks and then read. Oh, thank you, Caitlin. Vanessa, Dinosaur Sanctuary Volume 1. I read Volume 5 yesterday, and I had a fabulous time. Not gonna lie.
See, Leandra,
I have it in my stack.
Oh, what'd you say, Leandra?
Yeah, I missed that.
I was gonna say I've got Volume 6 right here, baby. I haven't read it yet, but it's here.
Earlier, I thought you were gonna say, unless you're a lore keeper, then remember tree. And I was like, oh no, we're talking smack. Got it.
I know. I go. That's so crazy. Is sometimes I'm like, oh, let me be fun and competitive, and then like 99% of the time, I'm like, no, it's too much. Let's.
I go. Yeah, I oscillate for sure. I also have this arc though, so you'll have to let me know how it goes for I Medusa. I got this arc a couple weeks ago. To Neil. Face Off book number 4. Amazing. Good morning. Have an hour left in my book, so I'll be finishing that in the first sprint. Hopefully before going to a book fest. A book fest. That sounds so fun. I mean, I love going to like little book events. They're so fun. Small spaces. The trees. There are a lot of trees. I better find some magic balls in this emojis real soon, friends. Vanessa.
Proportionally, I will say proportionally, there are just more of us.
Yeah.
so I will acknowledge that there's a lot of trees, as there should be in the world.
We just kept planting and more kept growing and
they multiplied.
Yep.
Good morning, Bree. Our fearless leader is here. More trees. Thank you. Here we go. That's what I want to see. The Elegant Courtly Life of the Tea Witch, Volume 1. Y'all are a mighty forest. But you know what? We can just like illusion and hide you, you know?
Wait, so Leandra, you can be the Lorax. Can I be Smokey Bear?
I would love that. Please.
Yay!
You would be so cuddly and you would tell us important fire facts.
Either that or I feel like now we have to be Yogi Bear. And who's his friend? Is it Boo Boo? What's his name?
I think it's something like
Boo
that.
Boo.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We've got alter egos now. Suddenly, I don't know why this just randomly came. I don't know what happened, but now I want to be Smokey Bear. It's fine. Move on.
Or at least, oh, maybe that's Yogi Bear. That's Boo Boo.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who's. There's a lot of bear. I will say we've got a lot of bear cartoons.
Mm-hmm. There are. This
Yeah.
is true. Inkheart. Leandra just read this.
I did just read that. Do you guys remember Little Bear? Did you guys ever?
Yes.
Little Bear.
Lexi on Sprints. When was I on Sprints? Thursday was telling me that Suzanne Collins, the writer of the Hunger Games, wrote for Little Bear.
What? Wow. She suddenly got really depressed about the world after that.
It's a full switch.
She was like, ugh.
Lexi was telling me this, and I was like, that's really different.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
She's probably like, well, this show is so hopeful and joyful. Let me just like set everybody straight.
Yeah, now that my demographic has aged, I'm gonna let them know what the real world is like.
We'll just start them young and then like start them with innocence and then break them when they get
with hope.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Team Illusionists. Reading up Perot. Am I saying that right, Leandra?
I mean, it's, Belgian, French, so Poirot, I guess. I'm not a French speaker. I wish I was.
I was like, Leandra will know because this is in her wheelhouse and not necessarily in mine. Do you have options, Ash? I will try and see that comment when I get there. I'm quite a ways from the bottom though, so that's why I'm just clicking. No exit for the wall. I need to read this book someday. I will get to it. The trees have overtaken my chat. I'm not gonna lie. I need to find some illusionists in here. Midnight at the Houdini. I feel like that's on brand for my team, but I see that you're a tree. Over My Dead Body. Capless Gamer Volume 7 is my favorite. At some day, I will get to Volume 7. Maybe this weekend. Actually, probably not this weekend because I don't have Volume 7 in my possession, but I am going to the bookstore later. So, that could be fixed. I highly recommend. Volume 4 was a fun time. I really, really liked it. It involves getting another cat. It really felt like going back to the first volume again, almost.
Yeah, like applying her knowledge, but acknowledging that there's like a completely different cat doesn't mean it's copy and paste. Like they're quite different. They've got to get to know each other. Yeah, Volume 4 was a good one. That was when we introduced the second cat.
Yes.
And when I say we, I am in cahoots with the author.
It is when they introduce the second cat. And also it's just because some of these are very much like each chapter is a different storyline, but that one was because we're introducing a second cat. It is like a running storyline through the whole thing. And I just enjoyed that immensely. But I mean, how can you go wrong with cute cats? They even have their own POVs in these books. Like you cannot go wrong. You just can't.
Yeah, I love those moments when they go back and like it's almost the same scenes, but now you're seeing it from the cat's perspective and they're like, why is human acting like this? What does she want us to do?
My favorite part is in the first one when she spends all this money only for the cat to be like, no, I'm just because like that's so real where it's like you can buy a toy and then they love the box so much more than the toy. And I'm like, why can't you just do what I want you to do? And cats are just like, because I don't want to.
Truly.
Yeah, like what? No, box is better. You wasted time and money.
Anytime you spend a lot of money, it just doesn't, they just don't want it. Mm-hmm. The cheapest like dollar store toys are always like the favorite toys.
Well, yeah, like Adam wanted to get them this, like the continuous water fountain, like the drinking fountain to drink. And one of my cats loves it. The other cat's like, why would you, this is disgusting. This is the worst thing you've ever done in my life. And I'm like, oh gosh, okay.
I love how Leandra saw this comment and instantly was like, heading to Discord to change my name.
I mean, I'm going to do it.
I love that. That's it. We can just illusion the mighty forest right out of here. Just like, whoo.
What about friendship? I'm confused.
We can have friendship.
But you're going to make us disappear?
I'll make you come back later. I mean, I could technically just make you both disappear. I could just like remove you from screen.
Wow.
The trees would rise. You would get so many tree comments.
You would be a
wouldn't know
veg,
what to-
Brittany.
I think I'd have to start watching my back.
Yeah.
Oh, too many options. Oh, that's always so hard. Maybe like put them all on a spinner wheel. That's always a fun shout. I did also love Franklin. Franklin was also a great show. Pathfinders, so not doing face-off, starting a letter from the lonesome shore. We have some Pathfinders in the chat reading Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Not sure if I'm reading for the wall or face-off. We had another wedding today, so not a ton of reading time. I hope you have fun at the wedding, though. Next book after Dinosaur Sanctuary is Cat Massage Therapy. I mean, dinosaurs, cats, can it go wrong? I just don't think so.
Yeah, I think my life is dinosaurs and cats these days.
We're just dinosaurs and cats. That's just what we are. Especially with you doing like Jurassic Park.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's what's gotten me so excited to go back to like Dinosaur Sanctuary is reading Jurassic Park.
Because it is, I feel like the cozy version of Jurassic Park.
Yes, they're like, yeah, they're not trying to eat us, even if we do kind of deserve it.
See, I just lure you in with my Canadian kindness, and then I just am like, no, never mind.
Truly diabolical.
Apparently, that's even more creepy. Honestly, even if we are visible, we still surround you. That sounds like a horror movie.
Yeah, you know what's actually crazy though is for those in the comments who've read Emily Wilde, Map of the Otherlands, there is like a fairy realm where like the trees have eyes. It's like it's very creepy. So
that is a little creepy. Yeah. There's a horror novella where there was a forest and the trees kept multiplying and creeping up behind you. See, that sounds terrifying.
Yeah.
The trees will fight back.
Yes, the happening. Good reference.
Ash has a book picked. Yay! Look, we chatted just long enough that we had time to pick a book.
Hold up.
Yeah.
1 second. Leandra, what do you
Don't
mean?
say it, don't say it.
What do you mean? I'm gonna put it in the private chat, Brittany.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, now okay. We're gonna go into a sprint with drama.
Confidence. No, yeah. Brittany's probably gonna be like, what are you talking about?
I won't say publicly, but also, what do you mean?
Thank you.
I know. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't. So that might have to change.
We need to fix this. We do.
We will fix it.
We really do. Okay, the comments are still coming in, but I think we're gonna head into a sprint here in a second. But I do want to say good morning to Taja. Right? Things can get creepy. Love being on sprints and seeing all the favorite cat lovers. Since I'm allergic. Oh, I'm so sorry you're allergic. We are cat lovers in this screen. We are cat people for sure. I mean, I love all animals, but cats are my favorite. But I love them all. Okay, friends. I'll see you in 45. Happy sprinting. Hello, everyone. A big welcome because we had a lot of people join during that sprint. So I'm just going to collectively welcome all the newcomers at once. Welcome to the Saturday morning face-off sprints. And we're going to start with Leandra this time because last time we started with Katie, and that almost created a riot amongst the trees. We're going to switch it up every time. That's what we're going to do. Equal opportunity to the trees. Leandra, how'd it go?
That's fair. I'll go first. So I ended up, I don't know where I started, but I have made progress and I'm now on page 238. So nice. I have this much to go and then I'm at the wall. I had my coffee, but I haven't had breakfast yet. I forgot the plan was to have breakfast in the first sprint and I just sat down and started reading. So next sprint, I will be having breakfast.
That's a good plan. Breakfast is important. If for all those in the chat, if you see if you need to eat, if you need to drink, we need to keep ourselves sustained for the weekend and the rest of the month. Katie.
I got my poll up and then I was creating chaos in Discord and having fun. And I read a chapter of The Night and the Moth and then I'm reading Sawyer currently.
Nice.
Yeah.
I finished Capless Gamer Volume 5. And I still need to submit it. So someone, if I haven't said that I do that, somebody needs to yell at me, remind me. But I did do a vlog update because I haven't even talked to a video this morning. Like I've spoken to no people with a camera. So that was necessary. And then I started taking pictures for thumbnails, hence why I've changed the look. Because that's part of when you bulk take thumbnails, you have to change. I did another roll though. And I think, Leandra, this is another manga you like. Like, maybe because you read so many mangas and I get so many options from you. But I feel like Giant Spider and Me, you like.
Yes, it's so good. It's so cute. If people like cozy manga. And there's only 3 volumes. So it's actually very bingeable and you just can read the 3. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love also that I've done dinosaurs, cats, and spiders all in one weekend.
Yes, I'm here for it. And it's like a forest spider. Like it's got like moss on its back. So it's, yeah.
So you really do love us, Brittany.
I mean, accidentally. There you go.
Wow, I gave you an in and you shot us down. Got it.
Awkward.
But that's going to be probably not the next sprint. I'm probably going to do admin in the next sprint and finish up some of those thumbnails and things. But then I'll dive into this. I'm getting through. I had so much manga that I planned for a whole other video that never happened that I borrowed from the library. And I just kept it all. When that video didn't happen, I was like, I'm just going to keep it for this weekend. And now I have so much that I can pick from.
Perfect.
Which is great. So it's just going to be a manga weekend for me, I think. I don't think I'm going to pick up any like real books. Like novels. I don't see that happening. I need to scroll back up to the top of the comments, which is inevitably taking me a lot longer than Rebecca, reading When the Moon Hatched. I love this for you. Also, 73% through. You are getting through that chunky book. I loved this book. Katie, you liked When the Moon Hatched, right?
Mm-hmm. I have the Fairy Loot edition.
See? We're not even going to talk about Leandra.
No, yeah. I was like, you can just skip me. It's fine.
That's my favorite book. What are you talking about?
Leandra loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it so much that I couldn't finish. Isn't that crazy?
Between When the Moon Hatched and Fourth Wing, I know Leandra's getting a dragon tattoo, a back dragon tattoo. I know it.
Full back.
Yeah, full thing.
All over.
Yeah. I love that. 26 pages. Spent that one running around doing some errands and dropping Ellie off at the groomer. 48 pages of The Rising Sea. Did not read, but showered and got functional for the day. That's important, especially with these, like, I feel like morning sprints. We have to do some admin sprints and things like this. It's just necessary. Distracted by a spreadsheet. This is very relatable. Read 2 chapters, 40% into Lore Olympus. Finished Over My Dead Body. Next, I'm going to read Scarlet Angel. What book is this? Is this 3 or 4?
Oh, see, listen, I only know as part of the Mind F series. You can't ask me to like put things. I don't even know what the orders are.
I don't either any longer, but like I have decidedly different opinions on each one. That's the funny part. Like I liked some a lot and didn't like others a lot. And I don't know how that's possible, but it is.
See, to me, I was just like, unhinged Criminal Minds. I'm into it. Like,
Truly.
yeah. But yeah, I get it.
I mean, I think also it didn't help that I took a break like in the middle.
Oh yeah, no.
That was a mistake. That was a mistake on my part. Like I'll admit.
It's okay. You could always reread it and see how you feel if you read it all the way through, or don't, depending on if like that wouldn't be enjoyable for you.
I might. I liked the first half, so I do think it's partially my fault. I'm so sorry you've had a migraine, Jay. I hope that means that you're starting to feel better though, now that you're like coming back post-migraine. Finished Dinosaur Sanctuary Volume 1, 5 stars. Yes. Started cat massage therapy. I haven't read this. I need to add it to my list though, because I love cat mangas.
For a second, I thought she said she finished Dinosaur Sanctuary Volume 1 through 5, and I was like, holy cannoli. I was like, whoa.
What is
Vanessa
your
is
secret?
doing the things. 8%. Made it out of bed. Nice, Andrea. Exciting. Don't need to get to the Shire. I am on my way to the wall. You are getting there. Made it to 60% of Immortal Dark. I need to read this because it's my book club book for the month. So some point I will get to this. Actually, I kind of know. I kind of have sprints planned for the patrons. So
speaking of book club, did you finish One Golden Summer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And thoughts?
I gave it a 4.
Okay. I haven't started yet because I'm waiting for my hold. So,
which is actually higher praise than I was expecting because I did not like it at the beginning. So it took me a minute. It took me a good 100 pages.
Okay.
So the fact that it got a 4 just shows how good after that 100 pages was.
Oh, good.
Do
Okay.
you know?
Yeah.
So, but everybody else liked it from the beginning, so I'm the problem. So it's fine. It's just me.
Well, no, it could be me too. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Have you read the first one?
Which one's the first one?
Every Summer After.
Mm-hmm.
See, I haven't read that. I don't think it mattered because Alice is not in that book. So the whole first 100 pages is solely Alice. So I was like, I don't think it matters. But I was also impressed Katie was here. Honestly, we both were like, oh, Katie is here this morning.
Well, what's funny is I was telling them before we went live that actually I've been up for a while and I went on a walk and I got some cleaning in and I started reading early this morning. So like, I don't know what happened, but listen, we're going to just keep going.
Katie,
and aren't you next? Don't you host next?
Oh
my God.
Listen, Leandra, I'm next. And I'm going to close out for Lexi too. And then I'll be there tomorrow. And then Sunday night, I'll take a break and then...
Oh my gosh, how?
Oh, pure adrenaline, hopes and dreams,
Truly.
Good vibes.
Truly. Also, for anyone who wants to know, Katie is the next round of this, and I do have the redirect set up. We'll still grab the link just in case YouTube doesn't do the correct things. But in theory, this live should just end and take you right to Katie.
See, but now part of me wants to make it a scavenger hunt where only those that can figure out the riddle can like get, we won't, but part of me is like, let's make it a challenge.
Could you imagine if YouTube had that capabilities where you like have to answer
man
series of questions?
I'd be unbearable, to be honest. People
and the riddle could be tree themed.
Oh, it so could be.
I would love that.
My question, who's the best team of them all? Denied.
Lore keeper.
Just kidding.
You have to answer that to access.
With the slander, friends.
Okay. Did I not give you opportunities to say that we were friends and you were like, yeah, no, you?
I mean, we are friends. We are just friends on opposite sides of the competition at this moment in time.
You also threatened to kick Katie and me off the sprint, like off the stream entirely.
You came in hot. Okay.
You know what? My illusionists need me to be this level of competitive. They need
strong leader. Yes, we respect that.
I liked this one.
I want to read this. I'll admit I have not read it yet. You know what is also on my list that I haven't read that would be interesting if anyone has? This one, Catman.
Ooh.
It says, in a world where humans and humanoid cats coexist, shy Catman, Hachisuke, struggles with being seen as just a cute object. Trying to fit in among humans who don't fully understand him, he faces society's hidden biases head on. With wit and warmth, this story challenges us to see the world differently through the eyes of a cat who just wants to belong. Which is quite cute. So
Yeah.
I want to read that eventually.
Cat Barista is a giant cat. Like it's a human-sized cat that runs a coffee shop, and it's fabulous. I need to continue. I've only read the first one.
I need to continue A Man and His Cat as well. I loved volume 1 so much.
Yeah.
But I need to find it because I have to buy them because my library doesn't have them.
That's the problem, is trying to get a hold of manga sometimes.
Yeah. Leandra, my question is, so for your love of cats, why don't you have a cat?
Because I live in an apartment and no cats allowed.
Rude.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Okay, who do I have to talk to? I'll write an email. To whom it concerns.
Yeah, you know what? There is a tuxedo cat and a calico that I feed. They're strays, but they're not like human adapted. So they are used to me, but I like haven't touched them. I like put the food out and like kind of just let them live. And that's what I do. But I'm like, if they ever want me, I was like, I'll move for you. Like I will move for them. But yeah, I respect their space.
That's kind of the start of Traveling Cat, honestly, even though we didn't like the rest of it.
Yeah, that's true. It's too bad.
Kind of how it starts.
Spoilers. Guys.
I know. Spoiler for the first chapter. That's pretty much what all of us got to.
Or the synopsis on the back.
Yeah. That too.
Quicksilver. I'm very excited for the sequel to this. This is a thing. That is 100% the reasoning for this pen name.
Yep. And I love it so much.
I did see this is happening. I did see this. It's the third IDNF the series. After this one. That's where 4 and 5 were rough for me. Progressively. And I think it's because I took a break, though. Honestly, I think that could be the problem. Someday I'll maybe retry it and see. Because honestly, I feel like it's been so long since I've read it that I don't remember anyway. Everything.
Same.
So like I could go back and read it. It wouldn't be that bad. I read fast, but not that fast. Just 5 volumes of manga in 45 minutes.
Why not, Vanessa? What were you doing? What was more? No, I'm kidding. I'm so kidding.
It's also, that's kind of, those are not chunkier manga, but they are kind of thick with detail and they have like the articles. So they aren't as speedy as some manga are. Actually.
Yeah, they definitely have a lot, because some manga have less text than others and are more art filled. So those obviously read faster. Dinosaur Sanctuary is not one of those.
Lynn, I could bottle it. It's not real. It's an illusion. I'm actually secretly an illusionist. But no, really, it's just faking it till I make it. I just do the best I can.
Illusion. See? Look.
Yeah, an alliance. I threw you an olive branch,
I don't trust you all with an alliance after last year. Thank you so very much.
Whoa.
It's not.
It wasn't me. I was like, not to throw Lexi under the bus, but it was Lexi who didn't want to honor it.
It was Leandra.
Oh, way to go, Leandra. No, I'm kidding.
No,
you're ruining our negotiations.
Leandra betrayed me, and it was right around this time, right after FACEOFF, where I was betrayed by Leandra, the TBR0.
This is actually so true.
Are the bad girl booktube.
Yeah, a year to the day. This is actually so true.
A year to the day where I was
anniversary.
The anniversary of my betrayal.
It's fine. Knife in the back.
No, we were stabby ghosts, but now we're trees. I've turned over a new leaf.
Oh,
maybe.
Wow, we're punny this morning.
Yeah. I've got my coffee in me, so.
Yeah, Brittany, I thought it was very funny. I have to share this with you because I really want to pat myself on the back for this. So you remember how I'm Smokey Bear now?
Yes.
So I posted in our chat and I said, hey, tree friends, don't forget, only you can prevent forest fires. Don't get burnt out this weekend. I have to leave now. That's it. Can't do anymore.
That was amazing.
Thank you so much.
That is a good one. Don't you just love when things like that come to you and you're like, that's good.
Yeah.
Not the bad girl for no reason. Maybe this is the reason. Maybe a year ago is when the bad girl booktube started.
Man.
Yeah, I got to keep up my street cred.
Thank you. I'll be here for a couple hours.
And more than that, you'll be here all day. Just not here.
Yeah, but here. But like then we'll move to me and yeah.
There's a ghost tree in Pokemon. This is true.
Thank you.
Vanessa and Katie, the bully romance we didn't know.
I bully with love, okay?
Savvy Ghost, you know what? It's okay. I will forgive
Yeah.
all of you, but it makes me wary of the trees. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little wary of the trees.
Yeah, I respect it.
Yeah.
Leandra and I co-parent them, so I mean, like, you know,
Yeah.
balance.
Katie's like, wait, I did know things.
I didn't betray you yet. It's fine.
Yet.
No.
Not yet.
The opportunity hasn't presented itself. I can't say never.
Forgive, but we never forget. It's so true.
I thought, you know, we're about forgiveness, you know. Isn't that what we read about? You know, overcoming obstacles.
Yeah. Okay. We should probably get back to sprinting. I'll see you in 45. Happy reading. I feel like that 45 minutes, like I blinked and it was gone and I don't know where it went. But welcome to all the new people who joined us during that sprint. How are you doing? I was going to go to Katie first, but Katie looks like she's in the middle of something. So I'm going to go to Leandra, and I don't want you to feel like I wasn't going to flip, because I was. But you seem busy and I don't want to interrupt.
See, Leandra, that's the secret. Look busy. Okay?
I was about to say, I was like, guess who's going to look busy next sprint?
Yeah. No, it's fine. I can pause. I can go.
Okay.
Come.
Okay.
So I'm working on author work. That's it. That's all I did. I did not read I read things, but not a book, not a single book.
No, but you were doing productive work things.
Yeah, I was waiting to get some, let me actually stop my work clock real quick. I was waiting to get some resources from one of my authors. And so then I was like, oh, perfect. Let me just like tackle these things super fast. Because unfortunately, there's so many projects always at any given time. And so, yeah, adulting is like boring.
There's just always something on the go. And that's kind of tiring.
I just love that the whole idea is like, I want to work for myself to have more time freedom, but I've never had less freedom. Now it's because I'm juggling, like
you're doing both.
You know what I mean? Like, because I work my full-time job, then I work this like second full-time job. And then I still try to have like this YouTube, social media, Instagram. And I'm just like, remember when I used to like read and like sleep in?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what a time. What a time. You know, back in my day when we did that, you know.
Back in my day, we used to go to school uphill both ways.
It's just not the phase of life you're in, you know? That's just not where you're at right now.
It's when my mom is like, do you ever like have fun? I'm like, listen, I'm building a business, Mom. You wouldn't understand. Okay. But also I am having fun. Doing author services doesn't feel quite like, I mean, it is work, and it does feel like work just because of the fact that like I'm stacking on top of my other things, but I love it. Like, it's so fun being on that side of like the behind the scenes, if that makes sense. Yeah. It's just, I'm not a good juggler in real life. Like I can't juggle real things. I can't juggle projects. I just do my best.
I think you're an excellent juggler, because if someone told me to do all the things you're currently doing, I think I would just like sit in like paralysis of like, what do I even do with myself? Do you know what I mean?
I do that when I get home in my car sometimes. Like, I'll get home at like 4:30, but I won't come in until like 5, because I'm just like, I'm going to sit here and disassociate things.
I feel like I don't know what to do. So I'm just going to sit here and let it sort itself out.
Yeah, it's like if I don't go inside, then I don't have any responsibilities. Nobody knows.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Who knows? Who would know? Leandra, how'd you do?
Well, I had breakfast. I'm debating more coffee because I'm like, oh, it's so good. And I don't think I need more caffeine, but I want it. So that might be what I do next. And then I have, according to my audio, because I'm immersion reading this, I have an hour and 43 minutes left. So like I could finish it before we switch over to Katie if I speed it up a little bit. And I might do that just so I can be like, I'm at the wall. And then I'm done.
I like that as like a war cry. You're like, I've made it to the wall.
I made it to the wall. Trees, begin your climb.
Oh, snap.
Oh my. I did not do much reading in that sprint either. I made thumbnails.
You changed your shirt again too.
I did.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't need to change again, but I feel like I should for this next, just so that every time I come back looking different.
Yeah. We need to start making bets. Like, what color do we think she's going to come back with?
Blue.
Yeah. Haven't seen blue yet today.
Yeah,
no, true. I do own a blue shirt. I was going to say my color wardrobe is very much a lot of the same colors, to be honest.
I know you definitely own a blue one because I remember the Get a Clue fiasco. I bought the blue shirt because you thought you were team blue again, or like there was some disconnect.
No, that's definitely what happened. And then this year for Clue, I joined blue just because I had the shirt. That was the whole reasoning. Genius. It worked out.
Yeah, future. You were looking out for future Brittany. You just didn't know it.
I did read one chapter of the manga after I finished making thumbnails, which I'm not done making thumbnails, but I was done for that time being.
You were like, sometimes your eyes just need a break where you're like, okay, if I look at this any longer, I can't.
There was in this thumbnail, there's an equal sign. And the more I looked at it, the more wrong it looked. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Do you know just look like it looked good at first. So I just trusted my first instinct. But the longer I looked at it, the more I went, does that read?
Yeah. Or like sometimes I'm like, what if I make myself a little bit bigger? Ooh, what if I make myself a little bit smaller? And I'm like, oh, and I was like, what am I doing? Does it matter? Probably
it doesn't matter, but like I will sit there and move very subtle differences in the thumbnail over and over again. Would anybody else notice the difference? Probably not, but I will drive myself foolish doing it. So it's fine. I still have one more thumbnail to make, but not right now. Not right now. I'm trying to scroll back up to where I start the comments, and I didn't think the comments were rolling in that aggressively until I tried to scroll up, and then I went, oh, there's more here than I thought. Got to 10%-ish left in Lore Olympus. Reading 8 and watched Andor. Did I read? No. Did I spend 30 minutes looking at nail inspos? Yes, I support this. That's fun. That's fine. There's all weekend. We've got lots of time. Caught up on some host vlogs while making breakfast and feeding kids. This is also a good time to get caught up on vlogs because I feel like you're going to get a whole new slew of vlogs in like the next couple of days. I suspect that to be the case. Got to 10% of I, Medusa and really liking it so far. I'm very excited to get to this at some point. Nap sprint. I always support a nap sprint. Read a couple chapters and I'm in the process of making food. I think this next sprint I'm going to have lunch because it's 12:10. So probably at some point during that sprint, I will have lunch. Also, Cassidy has a premiere in 20 minutes. So I will make sure to get that link and we will be in a sprint for her new summer reading challenge. So that looks very exciting. And we will make sure you all have the ability to go watch that during that sprint. Got some breakfast and working on a blanket, trying to finish the ball of yarn before picking up Ghost Who Wasn't. 10 more pages to get to the wall. You can start Leandra's war cry to get to the wall. Read 27 pages in the Swarm. That sounds creepy. Just the title. I don't know what this is because I don't read horror, but it sounds creepy. Reading 50-page emails for points. You know, why not?
Only. Yeah, I want a caveat to the rules because, yeah, I'd be racking up points like nobody's business. You don't even want to know how many emails I have.
Totally would.
Just Brittany, let's take a guess. Nobody wins anything. Let's see who can guess how many emails I currently have. The closest.
Is this like over a long period of time? Or are these like new current emails? Because if you looked at my emails, I have like 1,000 unread emails. They're all just junk that I didn't open and didn't delete. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do. I'll scroll back.
You know?
The last for unread. Hold on. I have some from March.
Okay. March, I'm going to say from March to June. Okay. I don't know if I'm aiming too high.
Shoot for it. Let's hear.
I'm going to say 540.
Okay. Wait, 540?
Yeah.
Okay. Leandra?
Is this like if you go over, you bust, or?
I don't think you're going to go over.
Price is Right?
I don't think you're
okay.
Over.
Whoever's close.
What did you say, 540? I say 541.
Wow, you guys are not even close.
You Price is Right in me.
I did.
I have 6,265 unread emails.
From March?
That is, that's disgusting.
Most of them, though, are from this month. It's just, unfortunately, I get probably like 100 to 200 emails a day. And then also, like, keep in mind, so one of the things, think about this. So one of my authors just had an ARC form go out, and a lot of people don't know how to get their Goodreads link or their Amazon link. And I was like, let me help you. Let me teach you so you don't get, like, disqualified. Because if you don't share a link, if I'm going through and I ask for a link and you don't share a link, I'm not going to pick you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to. Yep. So I was like, I just said, hey, email me if you need help. So do you know how many emails I've gotten where it's like, how do I get my link? And so I just created a message where I just copy and paste. But like I probably in that first day got like 50 emails just asking for that. And it's trickled you know what I mean? So it's like, I get a ton of emails every day. Now those I answer and I sort and I file, but then I get like, go shopping. And I'm like, leave me alone.
Yeah. I've been trying to get better about unsubscribing to certain,
I've
'cause
been
I don't know
trying
how.
to do this, but it's just so much easier just to like scroll past it.
Yeah, or just like quickly delete it. And I'm like,
Yes.
no, I have to open it to unsubscribe. And I just like do like the search button and just,
Also, like, how did I get subscribed to all these things? Like, I'm just like, when was
don't get me
I
started.
putting myself on all these lists, which I probably did accidentally, but like,
Mhm.
why? Why?
To be fair, it's also kind of an issue too with some people do sell your email even though they're not supposed to. And it's like, even for me with my email in my bio, I've had authors sign me up to their newsletter before and I'm like, who are you? Which you're not supposed to do, by the way. Anybody who might have a newsletter, don't do that. Don't take somebody's email in their bio and do that.
Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not good.
No, yeah.
No, we
We
unfortunately cannot count
No.
email reading, but it would have been great for most of us if we could, because honestly, the emails.
You know what's another actually PSA? I told you about this, Brittany, which is it's nice, but there's also a little bit weirdness to it. Someone ended up sending me a book on my wish list.
Oh yeah, this
in
was a
order
weird
to
story.
access a cart for me, and they then also sent me their book.
Oh.
So that I got 2 books, and it's like, oh, like very nice of them to have spent money on the book I wanted. But I'm like, you've just solicited your own book to give me, and it feels weird. Like, it feels very weird that that's how you gained access to me. So like, maybe not everyone's going to be mad at that. And I'm not mad, but I'm just like, that was effort. That was weird.
Well, you didn't consent to that. Cause like, so it's like one of those things where it's like when you have a PO box and you ask people to send you stuff, like that's different. But for somebody to like do such a roundabout way, that is kind of like,
yep.
I feel like sometimes authors don't always get the best advice. And so they're just like, if I just like do this, and maybe this person will love my book and this will be the thing, you know what I mean? And it's like, or you could reach out and see if they are interested. Save yourself a step,
Yeah.
And save yourself a book, because then you can send it to the people who it actually should be towards. And if you approach me right, but I was so confused. And they wrote it as if the character in their book gifted me the other book. And I was like, this is too much.
It's a little confusing, I got to say.
Yeah. Very weird.
Oh yeah, Brittany, did you submit it?
I did do this. Although, Julie, I truly appreciate both you putting Cassidy's link in so that I don't forget to do that. And also this reminder, because I am horrible at saying I'm going to do something on sprints. And immediately when sprints start, forgetting that I'm going to do that. So
that's why you have months.
Literally. I mean, last weekend was laundry weekend where my laundry just got forgotten for 3 whole days in its status. I did laundry yesterday and I actually kept up on it. So look at me. Did I fold it? No. But is it still in the machine? No. It's in baskets. I count that. That's counted.
Oh, don't be stressed for me, peepers. I have a later folder, so sometimes if it's like a lot of junk, because like I have a separate email for all my work emails, so I answer those immediately, and then sometimes I just put things in a later folder, and it's a different problem.
That's a smart thing. Because I get so much junk and don't handle it, I just flag anything of importance. I'm like, flag, I'll deal with that later.
I will turn on an audiobook and I will just go through and be like, okay, you're nothing. And then I will unsubscribe if I need to and do all that stuff. But it takes a long time going through that many. And then I get more. And I'm like, just now I got another email. I was like, could you stop it?
It really takes forever to unsubscribe from these things. And sometimes they ask like double questions. I'm like, I hit unsubscribe. I don't need to like be sure. Like this is unnecessary.
It's why it's so fun for me when I do newsletter work with authors. I'm always like, so how can we make this newsletter fun? Because like people get a bajillion emails. What can we do?
Make it fun. Make it fun. Kelsey also had a pushy author reach out to them.
I want to know who this is. Message me, please.
That's unfortunate. The trees are looking out for you, making sure you submit.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe the Alliance is safe this year. I can't say.
Don't punish us for Leandra's crimes, Brittany.
I know.
I wanted the Alliance. I think I'm the one who suggested it. Weirdly enough,
you betrayed her. I have to do double time here, Leandra.
I was betrayed.
Yeah. You know what? Sacrifice me. Sacrifice me. It's fine.
I'm not going to sacrifice you. We're going to build the bridge and then you can mend
with my dead body.
With your
whoa,
trees and build your
throwing
place.
me under the bus, Regina George style.
How did I throw you under a bus?
By saying that for my crimes.
Was there not a crime? Was there
Yeah,
not?
a crime was done.
I mean, there
I
was
could have tried harder to prevent it. That's
I
true.
would never throw you under the bridge, Leander. I'm trying to mend this friendship, okay? I'm trying to, you know, bring Brittany in so then you guys can repair what was broken.
I
We can all move
appreciate
forward.
it. And then meanwhile, I'm trying to wake up in the morning for you, Brittany. Last weekend I was here for you. You know I don't wake up early. For me, this is
true.
early.
This is true. That is dedication. That's very, very true.
Let's just work it out.
I love that Margaret showed up for the infighting.
Yeah. Weird with me talking about my corpse. Weird.
I'm like, I really started a fight amongst them. It wasn't my intention, but you know what? It might work to my advantage, so it's fine.
Wow, Brittany. Again, we're trying to
now. I don't
mend.
understand. I don't know what to do. We got to stay strong, Katie. Smokey Bear and Lorax. We got to do this.
Listen, I'm on your side.
Yeah, the Pathfinders are just like, I don't know what's
just
happening. I'll just enjoy the drama.
We're just vibing, but these people have lost it.
Man.
It's fine. That was the day the working.
I would never.
In history, mark your calendars, the 14th
Wow.
of June.
I didn't have to do much, friends, to make this drama. Who knew?
All we wanted was to be your friend, and you made us enemies of each other. That's a story. Someone should write that.
What's the tea? Tell me more.
Brittany doesn't want to be your friend.
What have I done? I mean, technically, Leandra started it, so it's fine.
Whoa.
To me.
Last year, I'm never gonna live it down. I'm
You're just
never
like-
gonna live it down.
All year, I have not mentioned this almost at all. I've been waiting to dangle this over
Plotting
your head
for a year.
for a year. Now you'll know my hurt that I felt. Okay, I'm just stirring the pot, stirring it up. Leandra would never, you know what? Here's the thing though. Leandra is so sweet. So sweet. But sometimes, you know.
Even when you did that, you looked so cute. I can't.
Trying to usurp the bad girl.
I know. Maybe Brittany's the new bad girl on the block.
It's me. Who would have
Somebody
thought?
I'm
The
just
non-confrontational Canadian.
I know. Katie's like, I'm just in
God.
the middle of these bad girls. What am I doing?
Everybody's fighting, and I just want there to be peace. It's fine.
Wow. What I think we're going to do is maybe can we get into more friends is what I'm thinking. I'm wondering if we can get into or just do an hour.
Well, also, here's the thing, too. You can do 2 because guess what? Lexi doesn't have a start time yet. So if we're late to mine, everybody's already here. Who cares?
Okay. So we'll do 2 more.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do a shorter second one and we can just I might pull a Leandra and run right into yours.
Yeah, it depends on how nice you
Sure.
are to me. because
Now
I might
you want to pull a Leandra.
I
Mixed
mean,
signals.
I don't know.
Hot and cold.
Yeah.
Actually, I think we'll do one more because if we do one more, that gives us a good chat before
Okay.
we head out. But we'll do an hour.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, we'll do a longer last one, and that'll line up. Also, that gives us time to watch Cassidy's premiere and do something, eat lunch, all the things. So that's their sprint math. I hate doing sprint math. Math is hard. math is difficult, friends. It's hard. So we will see you all in an hour, friends. Happy reading, and I will pin Cassidy's link that Julie shared once we're done. Hello, we're back. How did everybody do? Let us know in the comments. And okay, who am I supposed to go to first? I forget. Leandra. I forget which way we've been going.
I was like, I'm ready for it now.
Oh, good. You're gonna look busy.
Yeah, I was like, I am here. I am ready. I am focused on you all at home. I ended up deciding to take a bit of a break. Like I have about maybe an hour left in audio. And then I started working on editing and stuff because I'm still not done with my Battle of the Booktuber vlogs. I will get them done soon. So I decided to do a few graphics and stuff.
That's fair. Also, before we continue, Cassidy's here. Hi, Cassidy. This is actually what I was doing during that sprint. Is I was watching Cassidy's announcement because I wanted to know what was going on. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. Katie, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine. I was tackling the never-ending task of organizing my Canva. It's out of control. So like just deleting, tagging things, because like I don't know if you guys have ever been like this, but obviously I juggle a lot of projects in there. So it's like sometimes I'll just want to search and I'll be like, I know this exists.
Yep.
Find it. And it's like it does not.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll have to scroll for hours. And it's like, you do exist. And yeah. So I'm tagging everything. I'm doing all the things I don't want to do. But yeah, mostly because I'm ready to read in the next sprint and keep going. So
yay.
I know.
So yeah, in that sprint, I watched Cassie's announcement. I ate lunch while doing so. And then I did finish Giant Spider and Me. I finished it. So I did another roll. And I am going to be reading The Golden Sheep. But I will probably not be reading this to tomorrow. And I don't think there's actually a sheep in this. But I do think I'm just really just leaning into the animals at this point. And just going with it. I don't think there's a sheep in this. Although if there is, that would be exciting.
Metaphorical sheep, maybe.
Yeah. I don't actually know why it's called One Golden Sheep. I don't know the information. It clearly follows a band because she has a guitar. So, you know, I don't know.
You'll let us know.
I won't know until I read it, which I don't know if that's going to be today because as soon as sprints end, I'm leaving and I don't know how much more reading I'm going to get done for the rest of today. But I feel like I got a good amount done, so that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Starting early, like morning sprints is the way to do it because then you feel like you're like, I've been productive already. If the rest of the day is less productive, that's okay because we were productive this morning.
It's so true. Like you can get just so much done in such like the start of the day. And then if you like peter off, it's okay. But I have to go pick up stuff for Father's Day tomorrow so that I'm ready for the celebrations of such things. And what else do I have to do today? I feel like, the coffee place I get my coffee from is having a 50% off sale. So I think I'm going to go stock up on coffee because coffee at 50% off is how we live, you know? I need the coffee to survive. So I should probably go there.
Coffee. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Coffee's necessity here. I cannot survive without the coffee. Leandra knows how little I sleep.
I do because you stay up quite late when we're talking and then like you're still like hours before I wake up, I get Voxer messages and I'm like, what is going on? I was like, how does she function?
This is the thing that people don't know is I pumpkin early, which means I'm just not useful for sprints, but I am up for hours once that's over doing nothing of importance. Like I am just awake, living, scrolling, not sleeping. I should probably be sleeping. I'm not. 9% left in book 6. Amazing. Heartstopper. I love this. On page 84 of Quicksilver, really enjoying it. I'm so glad. Ended up working on my journal. This is going to be, I haven't been keeping up to date on updating with all these mangas because that's the thing when you're reading a bunch of like small books. It's just happening so fast that like at the end of the weekend, I'm going to have to like go in and actually like remember what I thought of all these books. Luckily, I've told the camera so I can always just like go back and watch it.
Yeah, I think it was during Realmathon when everyone was getting like bonus, like extra points for reading someone like a host's 5-star. And people were like Leandra has rated all of the Cat Plus gamers like 5 stars except for like one. Do we think she didn't read it? And I was like, what? Of course I have. And I looked and I was like, you know what? I think I read this last year during FACEOFF, and I didn't log any of those books. Like, they did not exist in my brain. And I was like, I promise I did read it.
You just skipped over one in the middle, you know? Could you imagine?
Yeah, I'd be like, what? That's not a number. Number 4? What? Does not exist.
It could happen. Finishing TU at the altar. I love that title. That's fabulous. Finished my class finally, then made coffee and read a few pages of The Pull of the Stars. Halfway through a manga called Sun is Gay, and it's cute. Yeah, just tell us what you're doing, Katie.
Well, Cassidy, I want you to know I was up super early and I was super productive, and I have read. So
you've been doing so many things.
Yeah.
Watched Cassidy's premiere, helped with dinner for 5 minutes, and then forgot I was doing that and left the kitchen. This happens. This happens to me often, where I'm like, oh, distracted.
My favorite thing too is like I'll be doing something, like let's use YouTube as an example. Like I'll be scrolling YouTube, I'll exit out of YouTube only to pull YouTube back up and then be like, I was just here.
Yep.
Why?
Yep. The worst is when you forget that you have sprints open on YouTube, because then you get like jump scared by your friends.
The do, and I'm like, where is it? Where are they?
Just
Katie's spring hopping.
And I'm like, wait, is Katie in my house? That would be the best surprise.
I mean, I know you live in Canada, but I don't know where you live, so that'd be wild.
It would be a little stalkerish, but since it's you, it would be okay.
Thank you. I mean, I do want to go to Canada. I have to get a passport first.
I mean, I want everybody to come to Canada and see me. I would love that, because I cannot come to you.
I don't have any excuse.
Sorry.
We're so close, because like the Canadian border really is not that far. So
I will say I live so far east that I don't actually have a border with the United States.
Yeah. Like she's in Atlantic time too. Like that's how far.
Yeah, I'm not actually attached to the United States in any way, shape, or form.
Good for you.
Did another roll, started automatic noodle. Oh, Leandra's very excited about this. I don't even know what this is, but Leandra's very excited.
I want to read this. It honestly, so Julie must have an arc, because it doesn't come out until August. It's by Annalee Newitt. It's like cozy robots open up a like ramen noodle shop, to my understanding. Yeah, it's like a novella, I think. I have the arc as well, but Danny and I plan on reading it together, so I'm waiting. But
hold on, I gotta write this down.
Yeah, the cover looks so fun.
That sounds
Julie,
so
what do you
fun, but I
think?
didn't even know what it was.
Yeah, no, I've had my eye on this book for some time.
Well, now it's on my list. So there you go.
So colorful. This would have worked great for over the top cover too.
It really would
It's
have.
bright covers.
45 pages of Icebreaker. I'm so excited that you're reading Icebreaker. Katie and I don't agree on this book, but that's okay. We agree on other hockey romances, which is shocking.
You know, you just gotta find the right book. Leandra and I are still searching for our soul book. Although there's some. We like Hookie, and we like What Lies in the Woods.
What Lies in the Woods. We liked that, which is rare because I don't really read thrillers.
Yeah.
So we did find.
And I didn't like that one. So.
But we have to truly find the romance. Like Leandra and I have to find one romance in our life that we both like. That has to happen.
Trying to find the romance that you both like is going to be a true challenge.
Yeah, I mean, that's why even like I will eventually watch Cassie's video to support Friends, but I was like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, romantasy and romance is probably not the summer challenge for me.
Not your vibe.
Yeah, I was like, this isn't really catered to me, but that's okay.
I need to decide what I'm doing for it now. Like I have to sit down and make plans. I feel like there's a lot of summer things going on, and I'm like, how do I fit in all of the summer things? I'm going to, friends. It's going to happen. Just how many books will I read in July, August, and September?
And then there's me just counting down where I'm like, if summer could just go by so fast, like if we could just,
Why do you want oh, yes, I know why you want summer to go by.
I want freedom. I want my reading time back, okay?
Summer hours.
Started Unworthy and ate leftover enchiladas for my birthday dinner. Also, happy belated birthday, because I'm assuming it's in the past if you've already had your lunch. But if it's today, also happy birthday. Haven't been in the manga mood, so I've been reading novellas. That's fair. I do love a good novella, but I don't tend to own that many of them. Like, I don't have a lot of novellas. I tend to own a lot of full-length novels. The only novella that I currently even have on my like physical TBR is Graveyard Shift, but I'm locked out for the audio on Everand, so I can't even like actually read it this weekend because I did look into potentially doing that, but
yeah, and also to buy novellas are quite expensive. Like, I often have to read it, know that I adore it, and then I usually buy it secondhand if I don't, like I gotta borrow it first just because they're like $24 still. Like,
yeah,
like pages.
So expensive. And think of that in Canadian.
I know. Yeah, it's nuts.
It makes me, books here are very, very expensive, friends.
Yeah.
A lot. How is Pull the Stars? Library edit. It happened to borrow it in case it fits for a future prompt. See, this is what you got to do. You just got to like, stack up. New friender asked me, do you read a book a day? You posted a ton of books updates over the weekend. It's like, sometimes I do. Not always, but it happens. I mean, Cassidy has a border with the United States. So
that's true. And where Cassidy is in relation is much closer to you than Brittany is.
Much. I mean, I would do a Canada trip. I would just probably take like a week or two and I'd want to see everybody. So
Cassidy and I are almost on complete opposite sides of a very large country.
Listen, I got time, okay? Especially once I quit my full-time job and I do author services full-time, I can travel and work at the same time.
This is true. I mean, we'd love to see you.
And it could be a business trip too, because technically if I do content and I do things or whatever, it's still business related.
Get those Canadian authors, maybe.
There you go. It's cute so far, Leandra.
I want to read it. Have you read Red Cat Ramen? No, I have not. But I will.
I love how it just has to have cat in the name and you get our attention immediately. We're like, wait, what? Going to the gym. Nice. I need to get some exercise in at some point today. Just like, not sit in this chair the entire day. It's hard though when you're on sprints to not, because like I am here right now. So this is where we are. Need a quick romance break to break up all the fantasy. This is how I use my romance, honestly. Like, I am a fantasy and romance reader, but I use my contemporary romance to just like break up my very large fantasy books. Because you just can't read large fantasy all the time. You need like something quick every once in a while. But whenever I read like a bunch of large fantasy books and then I read a romance, I'm like, wow, that percentage just flies up. You can read for 5 minutes and the percentage is like 20%. And I'm like, what has happened?
Except for now, so many romance. Oh, sorry, Leandra, go ahead. What did you say?
Well, I was just gonna say, it's just so you feel like you're a fast reader, and then when you go back into a large, like 500-600 page book, you're like, I can't read. I don't know how.
Literally, I'm like, I read for an hour, and it's like you've read 2% of Warbreaker. That's the one I'm currently in the middle of, and I'm like, that's just defeatist.
It's just the way though now with larger romances. Sometimes I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean I'm only this far? Like, what do you mean?
Romances are getting larger and larger, which we all know I'm not a big fan of the romance getting larger and larger.
Bethany, this is the hill I'm going to die on. So it's going to happen. Okay.
You all can start your own 5-star project. We'll just have Leandra and a ton of 5-star projects.
What kind
of you guys are just trying to convert me.
I don't know about that. Because imagine me just being like, I loved it. It was so good.
Well, even Rainey's trying to get me to. We're going to try to see if I can find romantasy that I like, which is that'll be interesting.
Good luck.
I just want to solve this because it's like you say that Brie gives you really good recommendations. So I'm like, I have to be able to figure out the formula. Like there has to be something, and I'm just missing it. And I will figure out what it is. That is just what I want. So.
Me too. I would love to love romance and romantasy because you guys all are having so much fun with it. And I'm like, I am heartless.
It took a long time to find what I liked in romantasy. Like that took a hot minute.
I feel like also because the genres are so like large. So like romance is such an overarching like umbrella. So many things fall into that. So it's like one of those things where it's like, It's just about us figuring out what is going to be the thing that we overlap with, where we're like, yes, this is it. That could take some time.
And it does take time. It's true. Everything's expansive in Canada. Everything is. Nothing is cheap.
I mean, you guys are worth it though. That's the thing is like, I love a good reason to go. Like, you know, I can spend money for good reasons.
Kelsey was actually just looking at flights to come see me, and it was like cheaper for her to go to Rainy than to come to me. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That makes no sense. But here we are.
Maybe I'll try.
This is true. Like, beautiful. I mean, Nova Scotia, we have the ocean, which is also gorgeous, but the mountains would be beautiful. So you could just see both if you just did a little tour, you know?
Yeah.
I told Rainy that she had to eat a beaver tail, and she thought it was a real beaver tail. And I was like, no.
To be fair, that's what I would also think, because how else would, okay.
I literally went, oh yeah, I should have clarified that.
Context.
It's not a part of an animal. It's a piece of fried dough, and it's delicious. That I was planning on visiting Brittany and Kelsey eventually, and he's like, yeah, it'll cost a lot. Just looked up Halifax, for example. Well, honestly, that's where I am. So that would be a good place to look up, because that would be where you're coming if you came to see me. Villains and Vixens. When is Villains and Vixens? I feel
September.
Like soon. I was gonna say, I feel like it's like coming up really, really soon.
It feels that way, especially because I still haven't bought my flight and I have to get my real ID, and you know, but it's fine. I love the like what is it? I love waiting till last minute. I love that adrenaline. So
yeah, that's fair. I don't.
Yes, Corey. That is my life goal.
Poor Leandra is just gonna be having to give so many 5 stars out to end projects soon.
I did. I gave it was 3-star range for me. So I didn't love it, but I did like it.
Oh boy, that'll be funny.
Yeah, Leandra, you should talk to Maria.
Ooh, okay. Interesting. Good to know. I was also just realizing that Brittany, last year you were on like a Canadian team for.
Yeah, it was me and Zoe.
And now you and Cassidy, like rep in Canada both years.
I am. Totally. I know beaver tails are so good. I haven't had one this year because our only place to get beaver tails is the waterfront. So obviously in the winter it is open, but you don't go to the waterfront in the winter because it's cold as all. Yeah. I mean, some people do who are crazy, but I am not one of those. They are so good.
Yeah, you should have. And like did like a blindfold test. That would have been great. Like blindfold them, being like, "Here's your beaver tail."
I mean, even you saying you have to go to the waterfront to get them, I'm like, wow, save them. Poor guy.
It does now even sound more like it's a beaver. It's not, I promise, Red. Yeah, I don't blame you. I also would. Could you imagine how tough that would be? Like, just think of like the textural thing of a beaver tail. Like, no, absolutely not. I have this book.
I think the cover's so cute and cozy.
I don't recognize this at all.
Oh, you would love the cover. It's so cute. It has a cat. I believe she's a witch.
Oh, okay. I do recognize this. Yes. Okay. Oh,
I feel like we just got back to the days where we'd have to like remember when we remember popping up the books. We're like, we have those.
Back in the day. Now we're just like, oh, look it up.
Yeah. There's 2. Could you imagine? Our bookshelves would be just completely disordered.
Oh, gosh.
Lots of flight deals right now trying to tempt Canadians to the U.S. This is also true.
Don't do it.
Haven't bought my flight, but I'm waiting for the prices to drop in July. That's smart. Okay, you need to look them up. They are. Okay, what a beaver tail is. It's a fried piece of dough about this big. So it's long, like in the shape of a beaver tail, basically. So it's like a fried dough that they put, like you can get different toppings on. So you can get like cinnamon sugar on top. You can get like M&Ms and chocolate sauce on top, cut up apples with caramel on top. Like there's different recipes, but you can also like mix and match and make your own, like a sundae bar.
Okay. Ooh, that sounds yummy
with coffee. They're very, very good. No. I do not want squirrel stew.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Danny didn't love it. Oh.
Yeah, and usually that's kind of my pulse check.
That is a good pulse check, I feel, for you, to be honest. Yeah, hopefully we find some cheap tickets. If it wouldn't be an actual health risk, that sounds delicious. This is very true. House of Bane and Blood is, oh, do you think Leandra would like House of Bane and Blood?
Katie's emphatically saying no. I'll just have to chat with Maria.
Based on my history with Leandra and giving recommendations, now I'm not good at it. I would say probably not.
I don't think it screams Leandra book to me.
To me, it's more romance focused than it is like the sci-fi fantasy vibe. So like, I don't. Yeah.
All of us are like, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also think we all just loved this book so much. I don't know if I want Leandra to read it.
That's the other thing. There are certain books I'm not allowed to touch, which I also am like, you know what, for the best. I don't know if I.
Yeah, it's similar. Mm-hmm. I think I don't need to know what I'm missing with Squirrel anything.
Yeah, I also want to know this.
What I would think?
Yeah.
I would say if it was under
500?
Yeah.
100 and what? You mean under 500?
Yeah.
What?
Would be, anything over 5.
Yeah, anything over 500 would be expensive. Yeah, that kind of tracks a little bit depending on. I used to live in
place, to be honest. Like it would would be what I expect, you know?
Yeah.
I saw this.
We're like, no,
touch it. See, this is my point. I'm like, there are books I'm not allowed to touch. I'm not allowed to read Quicksilver. There are a handful of others that I'm not allowed to read.
Quicksilver, yeah, I second that.
I could just
have read When the Moon Hatched, to be honest, but I can't turn back time.
If I could turn back time. Listen, same. I would like to turn back time too.
That was the worst, I was buddy reading it with you, and I had to be like, I'm all done. I love you.
I know, you left the buddy read. You're like, guys, I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna just continue enjoying the book. And I was like,
but you're ruining my reading experience.
Yeah, that's not the first time I've been told that. I'm the life of the party, guys.
I could just see Leandra after reading Quicksilver, just sitting down with the book, just going.
It was literally like, yeah, no, I can't. You know what Leandra likes?
Yeah, there's one book that Rainey knows that I like. And you know it too, Brittany. I don't know if you know it, Katie. I think you do. There's one romantasy that I've enjoyed, but I can't tell anyone what it is just yet because it's for secret stuff.
Yeah, it's usually actually quite cheap for us to leave Canada. It's like like Cassidy said, it's like the within that is the issue.
Okay.
Because I think tourism is why.
I'll just turn on a long audiobook and, get to walking. It's fine.
Just a walk. Oh, that's a long walk.
I'm going to be so ripped after this trip. It's going to be great.
You could drive, like rent a car.
Another expense and I have to pay gas. I don't know. Could I hitchhike? I have to just, figure it out.
I probably wouldn't hitchhike, but Canadians are nice.
Yeah, maybe like once you get over the border.
I don't know about this because let me see about my track record. Brittany tried to make me disappear today. Okay. Cassidy plotted with my husband to, what was the word? Defeat my team. So that was not nice. So I don't know.
I feel like apparently the illusionist got really cutthroat today.
Yeah, geez.
Oh no, that was for Escape. Cassidy and Adam were on the same team for Escape, and they were talking smack about me.
I thought that happened today, and I was like, "Wait a minute, what?"
That would be really bad because Adam's a lore keeper. Yeah,
I was gonna be like, "What?"
So I don't know.
Okay, friends, we are going to end the sprints here, though, and head over to Katie's sprints. The redirect is set up, but I should probably grab the link just in case it doesn't work. Or will one of my mods grab the link? Usually, if I just wait 5 seconds, a mod who loves me very, very much will watch. They'll just be like, "Never mind. I'm not doing that. Not this time."
Julie, don't do it. Stay strong.
Adam, we're tight, even though we didn't beat you.
That brought me a lot of joy because they were like, I don't care if we win as long as we beat the podcasters. Julie, how could you do this?
Julie,
Thank you for sharing my link, though, Julie. I appreciate you.
Oh, for Leandra, yes. Because I do know Leandra loves a good Beauty and the Beast as much as I do.
That's true. I do like Beauty and the Beast. And then this is
Vampires.
Who is it?
This is Carissa Broadbent.
Broadbent.
Okay, everyone who likes Carissa Broadbent, let's cover our ears while I say what I'm about to say. I hated all the other books in this series.
Ooh, poor Rainy. Rainy, are you okay? Leave Rainy.
I told you to all cover your ears. But I loved this one. I gave this one 5 stars.
Oh my gosh. And you know what? You know what's terrible? This is how far I've come, because I was like, oh, I know Carissa Broadbent. But last year, I did not. I thought that she was like an underground author. So I recommended her in Battle of the Booktuber. Remember, Katie? And you and I, we both recommended the same. I think we recommended the same book to Lotta. And I was like, how would Katie have known? This seems like such a like obscure author. And I was like, oh, she's not. Like, this
wait,
is
no.
Like,
so I don't know underground authors, Leandra.
Yeah, well, no, but I thought I was like, he's so sneaky. And I was like, wow, Katie and I found really like an obscure author. And I was like, nope, just kidding.
Leandra, try this.
Daughter of No Worlds. You hated it. I love how you're like, I hated it, so it might work out. And Maria loved it.
I also didn't like this one.
I did like it.
I told you to cover your ears.
Not allowed.
I told you.
Wait, so Brittany, I'm so curious. So will you read the spinoff though? Because I don't know. I haven't started it because I'm so nervous, because like I feel like people have said it's so womp womp, and I'm like, oh no.
No, I cannot. Oh, there has been so much infighting amongst the trees today.
Well, you know what, Katie, we need to take advantage of the serpent slander. Remember, Cassidy, remember what Brittany said. You illusionists, we need to create a rift.
We could never be separated. You cannot separate us. We are inseparable.
Too strong of a bond.
It's okay that the trees are fighting, because honestly, that's what family does sometimes. We have to work through our things, and we talk about it and communicate so we can be stronger, you know?
There you go. Okay, friends, I am actually going to end it this time now that the link is here and we continued to talk longer. Thank you so much for hanging out. We'll see you over at Katie's.